Anyways, lovely. Look at that. Everything is online. All right. Welcome to 2096, a post-apocalyptic role-playing game set in the not-so-distant future. Intelligence is rewarded. Stupidity is punished. This is my world, but these are your stories. Whatever you do, don't roll a 1. This is Saturday Session 5. We were back after a few weeks since we all had some holidays and the New Year's. Happy, holidays, New Year's to everyone. Welcome into... Is this the first game? No, this is the second session that I've had in 2024 already. So, we'll get right into it. We have 3 players with us today. I'm going to go around, introduce yourself if you want, introduce who you're playing, at least for the first 2. We'll get to Dan in a little bit. Dan, welcome. Say hi. And, yeah, Ryan, tell us who you're playing today. Wanders the wasteland, wondering where his exosuit is. Where is it? Did you lose that? Anyways, Tark, tell us a little bit about Arthur. That's it. Basically it. Dan, like I said, welcome. Have you give you an introduction a little bit. I'm going to give you a little recap up to now so we can get everything fresh. Not a full recap. I probably should have done that after a couple weeks, but anyways. Last session, the 2 of you, John and Arthur, escaped the android's bomb and headed back to the pit. The boss put up a defensive barrier, calling in a corporate connection of his, in the hopes that it would detect any approaching androids. However, the group found out there was already one in the pit. Suspecting Ico, suspecting Ico when the android revealed themselves. You guys took the android and buried it out back, basically, in the desert away from the pit, just as the sand barge was coming to birth. A sand barge was coming. The boss decided it was in the pit's best interest to not allow departures. Arthur sold some android parts and used the opportunity to get his legs augmented while on board the sand barge, where you also met the captain, which was a woman named Hazel. However, John remained on guard duty below when 3 individuals jumped off the sand barge, which you weren't supposed to let anyone off, chasing them, only to find out that they had somehow grabbed the android girl when he went around the corner. And that's where we're going to start, right there. John, you're looking at 3 vagrants. Well, apparently vagrants, as they are not dressed in anything all that flashy. They definitely don't look like mercs. One of them holding a fusion blade up to the android girl's throat, who looks at you very shocked. What are you brandishing? Should you pull out your 2 blades? Alright, this is how we're going to start this. Dan, I need 2 D12 rolls. Just straight D12 rolls. Alright. Could be worse. Could be better. Alright. While traversing the wasteland through your corporate connections, your corporate connections found out you were en route through the sand pit, or passing, should I say. When they advised you that there was a job for someone called, well, they just called him the pit boss. However, coming to the sand pit, you quickly realized that, well, they weren't allowing visitors or anyone getting off for some reason, which you were still kind of unclear about. However, with your background, you were able to slip undetected off said sand barge, making your way around one of these large warehouses, and I'll tell you what you see real quick. The sand barge, I forgot, I gotta describe all this stuff to you. So the sand barge is basically how you traverse the desert in this world safely, unless you have levs. Sand barges are large, well, just barges, 3-story, heavily armored and armed barges that float on levitation pads. Crackling teal levitation pads. There's a few levels on this specific sand barge, which is called, I believe, the Dogfish. Its lower level is basically its cargo deck and crew quarters. It is large and expansive, although not high. So it's more wide and long, you can think of it that way. The second deck is pretty much for passengers. There's a whole entire market in the midsection of the sand barge, where the front is first-class cabins, which are very expensive passage, and then in the rear is the second-class cabins, which are shared spaces. Kind of, I guess the best way to think of like Jabba's barge, but bigger. The upper deck is just the bridge, so this is kind of what you're getting off of. There's not a lot of there's not really windows, there's more like slits to let airflow in and out of it. The heavy armored plating, it gets very hot, it's stifling, unless you're in like the first class quarters, which have air conditioning, or cooling units, I should say. But you are able to slip off the sand barge unnoticed. As you do, though, there are 3 others which you see running in the direction. Currently, if you look at the map, the sand barge is berthed here. It's this red one. There you go. There's sand barge. Sand barge there. The 3 individuals jumped off and headed this way. You see one of the, well, this guy wearing a hat and a gas mask run after these 3 individuals. What would you like to do? So the company, pretty much the pit boss called in a favor, and you were that favor that they decided to send since you were close. You are an asset, and it's not quite clear what you're supposed to do exactly or what the situation is. But if you're being called in, you know it's probably, well, not good. The information that you do have, it pretty much says you're going to have to meet up with the sand pit boss, the boss of the sand pit, and he will tell you exactly what you're supposed to be doing. This is just something that you noticed slipping off the 3 vagrants and the man running after them. So it's up to you if you want to intervene. Okay. Alright, and I should have asked you, how are you getting up here? I shouldn't say you slip off. How would you like to get off said sand barge? its gears or its landing gears are currently down from the bottom of the deck to there. You're looking at probably a 4-meter drop, so it's about a story down. So it's not that far. Okay. And then your destination will be looking for the sand pit boss. Okay. So from where you got off, which way are you going? To your left, you do see a bunch of, well, heavily armored guards wearing sand cloaks, which are standing pretty much down in this area. One of them, go away. Sorry, go. North. So the direction the 3 guys were running. Give me a perception check, which is going to be, so it's going to be just a D12 plus your perception. That's going to go against the level of difficulty, which I don't always tell you guys. It's perfect. Alright, on your left you see a large warehouse. It looks like there's a lot of large shipping containers and whatnot in there. You do happen to see a door open if you want to try to get through. You smell interesting aromas coming from this. From what you know, the sand pit specializes in worm hunting. So right off the bat, from what you can see, as you do see large pieces of worm being butchered in there, that is where it happens. This is pretty much processing. Mm-hmm. Okay. He's, I guess you could call him that. He's a little more refined than that, though, once you see him at the bank. But you don't know. You've never been to these parts before, so this is all new to you. The sand, the sun, you know. By the way, the time of day it is, I believe, evening. Is that right, guys? As you enter, to your right, you see what you can only imagine are worm shining distilleries. So not only do they process said worm to make jerky and all kinds of worm things, but they also make worm shine from these great desert beasts, which I don't think you've ever seen in-game or out of, maybe. As I should say, a player or character. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. But you do see there's a couple guys, and they're not really scrubs. They're kind of like in doctor's coats. They're like a light blue or whatever. They seem to be like looking around. They kind of notice you as you walk in. Most of them just continue. As they're butchering and getting their worm shine. But one guy kind of notices you. You here to work, or? I don't think my shift's up yet. No, my lucky day. I guess I can get some stuff at the diner then. You, he kind of looks at you curiously. What do you have a, you don't have armor, right? Because you're framed. Well, I'm not gonna argue with things. It's been a long day, and he walks out, leaving you there in the Wormshine Distillery. I don't have a map for you for this. I'm sorry. Someday I'll have maps for this. And he leaves you there. You mean like the boss, or you mean like Aiko? Aiko's lazy ass is probably out, I don't know, leaning against some containers or getting stimmed. But the boss is, well, he looks at you curiously. Boss is over at his place at the bank. He looks at you even more curiously. You didn't just get off that sand barge. I mean, you're from the pit, you'd know where the bank is. You know what? I don't even care. Give me a charisma check. Yeah, you're really not from here, are you? Listen, like I said, it was a long day, my shift's just getting off. If you need the boss, it's across the street, the bank, you can't miss it. It's this large, brightly lit building. Yeah, and he just kind of looks at you and walks off. His directions, well, not more clearer than across the street. You do see around you a bunch of Wormshine bottles, unattended. All right, you head off. Okay. Is there anything else in this building you want to do, or? All right. You meander through this. We'll say it's a meander through this building. Kind of the way he pointed. You can see some of the worm processing. It looks like they've got a large pieces of worm that it looks like they just brought in not too long ago, as they're just butchering it and getting it ready for all kinds of things. And you head off. Tark, you're still unconscious at the moment because we know what we're here doing. Sorry, we'll be with you in a moment. Ryan, give me a charisma check. John. These three vagrants look at you like, yeah. One of them tightens the blade around the android girl's neck. You're gonna drop those and any money and food you got on you too, or we're gonna jab this right into her throat. We can't go back onto that sand barge. We can't. See him kind of tightening his grip a little bit more. We're not going to do anything like that. We can't get back on that ship. You don't know what they do to us on there. They're not feeding us. They're not letting us shower. We can't get back on there, and we can't afford passage, so... But we're hungry. You got food on you? Was that a question for general or? No, they don't. As long as you have your core, that pretty much supplies power. All right, you throw him the worm turkey. All right. What else you got? As they're talking, you see Aiko walk around the building, kind of creeping, trying to creep up behind him. She looks very, well, scared. Aiko's stealthy. Alright, do you want to continue to talk to them to try to distract them? Or what would you like to do? We're not going back. We'll take off through the desert and take our chances that way. God. As he like opens his mouth to speak, Aiko gets close enough, and you just see him jam the back of his buttstock into this guy's head. With a 12, he knocks him out. He goes to the ground. The other two guys, well, they look startled. And what do they do? We'll find out right now. All right. One kind of looks hesitant. He doesn't do anything. The other one, well, he pulls out. He reaches down and he grabs the blade that his knocked out buddy, was holding. What would you like to do? You attack. Alright, give me an attack roll. You get a free one because he's bending over getting up that blade. Oh, not for this. He's got a free attack first. I'm not planning on... Now we do. Alright, as well, let's see. As you approach, you go towards him. Unfortunately, he's a little quicker. Now we can roll initiative. First one was for Aiko. Alright, Aiko kind of laughs at you. He's standing right there. However, yeah, that does. Alright, as you go, you are not quick enough. Aiko kind of like laughs. You're gonna kill these guys? And he smashes his buttstock in the other one's head, knocking him out as well. As the third one just holds up his hand and is shaky. Aiko kind of looks at him, looks at you. Nice, John. You know what? You alright? He looks at the android girl. You okay? And she just kind of like nods. A couple of the pit boss's guards come over. It's like, get these guys back on that sand barge, will you? Pit boss doesn't want anyone to come off that thing, so. By the way, he looks around. He's like, where's Arthur? Sorry. Where's Arthur? Guys. Shakes his head. Fine. The boss wants to see us. I mean, come, Arthur. Come in, will you? Because we need to get him. Right. And she follows you. Where are you going? You're going to the bank or to get Arthur? Okay. You proceed up into the sand barge. As you work at the sand pit and you're already on board, they don't really question. And you head to the market, over to the cyberneticist. The door is currently closed to the cyberneticist shop, as time in-game has only probably been like 20 minutes. I believe it was supposed to be about an hour, he said. So it's up to you if you want to go in yet. What are you doing, John? I couldn't hear you, right? Okay, so you head to the bank. Just saying. It's only been 20 minutes in games. Oh, you're trying not to wake up your family. I know what's going on. Alright, you as well head over towards the bank. Let me get the description of the bank for you. Alright, Kitty. The sand pit, once again, has, well, not once again, but as you look, there's literally one road through this establishment. As you head out the backside of this warehouse, it looks like there's a garage down here with a bunch of vehicles in it. To your right, you see, well, an old school diner. Like a 40s or 50s diner that definitely still seems to be functioning and operational. Across of it, you see a motel. It says so. You're not quite sure. And then over here is a strip. All these are visible. They're all hollow illuminated, so you can kind of see what everything is. And further down, you see what is in fact an old bank, which must have been converted into the pit boss's residence. Past that, you see some containers and various RVs parked. Still not sure the complete layout, but that's what you gather. You're heading straight over to the bank. You're going over to the bank? Alright, as you approach the front of this bank, there are a series of stairs that lead up to these large doors. Think of like almost a town hall, or one of the older banks with these stone pillars out front and all that. It's a very nice looking building, although it is riddled with bullets, scorch marks, and burn marks. It is not in the worst condition. However, it's not as polished as the corporate areas or mega cities or some of the areas that you're used to. Out front, you see a couple of, well, it must be the pit boss's guards, who look at you if you are approaching from the front. Look at you, look at, it's probably like they look at each other. Go ahead. They just, hush, they let you go inside. The bank. The lobby of the bank. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, there's, they let you in. The lobby of the bank looks like it's been converted. There's a, where the tellers were on the left side, there's a bar set up with a bunch of alcohol behind it. This place is very nice inside. Not as, nice as some of the executive lounges that you may or may not be familiar with. But it's set up pretty nicely. There's a bunch of tables with different people gambling around them. These people do not look like, well, they don't look like the guys who were working in the warehouse or the ones that you saw passing on the street, the few individuals that were there. These look like they are the pit boss's personal guards and, well, people that he allows stay there. You still have your cloak on, like your hood. Kind of like tries to get a better look at your face. It's one of the bartenders. Like I said, it's entered into a bar, so he's back there doing the typical bartender thing of cleaning glasses. Looks at you. He kind of looks up. So there on your right, there's a sweeping set of stairs that go up to the second floor where there's a big balcony. And as you look up, where he kind of like gestures, you see, well, who, the man that must be the pit boss. We'll say that you know what he looks like because they at least told you that or sent you pictures or whatever. As he's leaning over the railing and like looking down. The whole ceiling is, by the way, like hollow lit. It kind of looks smoky like a fog. Everything's pretty much glowing. It's pretty nice. But there you see the pit boss. Can I get you anything to drink? Suit yourself, he says as he continues polishing glasses. So the pit boss is up the stairs, looking down. Gotcha. Kind of looks at you curiously. I mean, we got some good worm shine. That kind of works. It's a good degreaser. Kind of like looks. Anytime. Go back to cleaning. You proceed. Where do you proceed? The pit boss is upstairs. There's a large sweeping staircase that goes up to him on the right side of the room. Okay. Alright. That's on the house. You're fine. So you walk up the stairs. The pit boss, he doesn't move. He continues to just look over the railing at everyone down below as you walk up to him. He looks at you. Oh, you're who they sent? Well, let's take a look at you. Come on. He walks into, behind him are two large doors that enter, well, his private residence. There's a large sitting area with very plush-looking couches, another private bar off to the left. It's very darkly lit in the room. There's a bunch of hollow screens and hollows, however, which kind of like illuminate the darkness, subtly illuminate the darkness. There's There's also like shears and drapes, and then towards the back you actually see like his bed area, which isn't really like a room, as it's just got some drapes separating it. But he walks over to one of the couches and sits down. So what did they tell you? What are you good at? I need to know. He looks. Okay, he says, nodding his head. Well, I got a couple of guys who are dealing with this too. Once they get here, I'll fill you in on what's going on and what we need to have done. How's that sound? Can I get you anything? Well, I like to know who I'm working with, or who is working for me, I should say, because I don't really work with anyone, in case you gathered, but not. I can't. Yeah, I'll put that Discord. I'll do it. And throw this up. Second.
Okay.
And you guys can do a roll when you eventually meet her.
All right.
It just says,
Yep, go ahead. All right. Let me check over. Ryan, you're heading over to. Let's wait. Tarka.
The bank.
Arthur.
Oh, wow.
Where is it?
He wakes so fucking his class.
You start to wake up. A little delirious still, as everything, the stims are losing their effect. Nanites are bringing you back to consciousness. In front of you is the cyberneticist who put you under. He looks at you, his eyes wide. Whew. Man, that's a relief. I didn't think you were going to make it, he says. He has a noticeable limb in his arm, or his hand, and he kind of like flails it around, and then he looks at it. Oh, sorry, and you see him chuck it into the corner. How you feeling?
Horrible.
That'll wear.
Surgery.
That'll wear off in a little bit. Listen, these stims and nanites, I mean, they'll have you good as new in no time. He racks on one of your new augmented legs, and you hear a clanging sound. I mean, we already gave you the regimen. You just got to take that daily. and you'll get used to them. They're gonna feel like just your legs. I mean, maybe not as sensitive. He hits him again. Can you feel any of that?
No.
How about this? And he takes out a hammer and gives it a whack.
No.
Oh, that's a relief. Well, yeah, there you go. That's it. You get some new legs. You don't have to worry about. You didn't get to. You know, I have had some people who like to stay awake during operations like that. You know, it's not like they don't trust me or anything. But I mean, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't trustworthy, right?
All right, am I good to stand up?
Yeah. Just go easy on them for a minute. You know, they could have a couple of kinks. I mean, I tested them pretty much when you were out, so they should be you should be good to go though.
All right, I'll slowly stand up.
Give me just a straight D12. I remember a couple weeks ago you giving me a couple for the operations, so as long as you don't get a... Alright, that's alright. It's an interesting feeling. However, they feel like your legs. Augmentations come a long way, so we're not going to go into too much detail, but it takes you a little while, we'll say a couple of minutes to like walk off the kinks and to get used to it fully, but you seem to not have a problem. Well, we're good to go. Here's your pants.
Oh, thanks. I'll put my pants back on.
Like,
Oh, how long was I out?
about an hour. It was a little quicker because I've got, I got some pretty good stuff. This isn't the first time that I've done this, so yeah, about an hour, maybe 40 minutes tops.
Oh, no problem. All right, I want to get up and start heading out to find my teammate.
All right. As you do, as you start to head through the market and leave said sand barge, or the sand barge you were on, you do have a comm, correct?
Yep, it's built in my helmet.
Yep, it chirps. Looks like Aiko. John didn't send you a message. Could have done that. But you get one from Aiko saying that the pit boss wants to see you.
Oh, sure, yeah. I'll exit, and then once I get to an area where I can run, I'm gonna try out my new legs.
All right. Give me another roll for the running. All right. The speed catches you off guard, and you take a face plant in the sand in front of a couple of the guards. They're like, "You okay there, Arthur?"
Oh yeah, just getting a leg to stand on.
They kind of like walk over and look around, like, "What'd you trip on? Is there anything here?" They're kind of like kicking the sand. There's literally nothing. It's literally flat sand, too.
I'm like, I just got new legs, so I'm not used to them yet.
Yeah. You what? Really? Really? You augmented on a sand barge? You know, we
I
had a
got my
guy
leg.
here who could have done that for you.
Oh well, I mean, okay.
I don't know if I trust him. So, to yourself. I mean, all right. We just want to make sure you're all right.
It was just opportunity, and I had arisen.
Well, how do I say what just popped in my head? Run then. Run. Take your legs for a spin then.
Yeah, I'll keep making my way. I'll try running again.
All right. We're not gonna say you fall again. That was just
Okay.
whatever. You make it. You run across the street. Yeah. What'd you say? It doubled your speed.
Yeah, I went from 5 speed to 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're quick now. AF. As you run up, are you going to run into bank, or are you going to stop when you get there?
I haven't tried stopping yet, so I'm gonna stop before I get there.
Okay. All right, you're getting the hang of these this newfound speed of yours as you run, stop, your way quickly up the steps. Two previous mentioned guards are out front and kind of look at you. Obviously, they know who you are, so they don't really say anything. Especially since you're a pretty large guy and you're brandishing a, well, oversized fusion blade that's meant to go in a vehicle. And they let you inside, no problem.
Alright. Oh, that's the guards. Is John Doe came in here yet?
Yeah, just a minute ago. Well, a couple minutes ago, I guess. I don't know. Time's a funny thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he went upstairs to the pit boss.
Alright. Thanks. Start heading up here.
Alright. John, you are the first one to get to the pit boss's residence, as previously mentioned. You pass said guards. Aiko heads upstairs with you and the android girl. As you walk into the pit boss's residence, you see another figure. I suppose at this time, but are you standing, sitting? Where are you there?
I'm on the bed. Sitting on the bed.
In the ambient lit hollow lighting behind him on the bed, you see little kitty.
Just. Oh, what brings a human here?
The little android girl kind of just looks and doesn't really pay that much attention to you. Aiko's like, doesn't say anything. John, you?
I looked at the pit boss. I'm like, well, I didn't know you were interested in that.
Kind of walks towards you a little bit. My interests aren't any of your concern now, are they, John?
Fair enough, fair enough. What's the deal?
There. So I just going to you.
Run that by me again?
It's fine.
Do you want exactly prefer to be called John? And what is supposed to be your name? I can definitely see that you are one of my kind. You are more of a human nature. As you are for the android.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of hard to understand you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, there's a lot of like reverb or whatever this voice thing is.
It's on purpose. Because he's an android.
Have you ever like talked to someone with a mouthful of cotton balls, like in dentistry? This was kind of what it reminds me of.
I've used this before, and a lot of other people. I'll hadn't really had that much issue with it, but I'll just stick to this if you prefer.
So I wasn't trying to be insulting. I was just trying to compare it to something I heard.
No, just because it's just kind of hard to understand. I thought it was on my...
Okay.
Alright, what were you doing there, kitty?
Okay. As I said, it says, "What is your name, android?"
Oh, she looks at you, tilts her head. She is definitely more, well, she's humanoid in form. She's small. She looks up at you, John. Did we name her? Did we fucking name her? I don't think she has a name, did she?
No.
Can I do a check to see what model she is?
Yeah, give me a
Or if I
intelligence
reckon-
check.
Didn't we name her Sally?
I think you guys might have put a name for her, but I don't have a name for her. She doesn't have what she's named.
Well,
Got
so
any ideas?
Oh, that's right. You've got that 12. Oh my god.
okay.
All right.
Yeah, I have 24.
All right. From your experience, this is something you've never encountered before. and you know there are a lot of the androids. Most of the androids in this world are meant to mimic and look like humans. However, this one, curiously, you've never seen. You're not sure. You do not even think she has a model number, but you will have to inquire.
She cocks her head. She cocks her head, a bit confused, and says, I know most of the catalogs of all known Android models, and this just seem to be very much an anomaly. Custom made, perhaps, but there's always the telltale signs if you're from the regular 3.
She walks up. Go ahead.
But you don't have any of those. What are you really?
She walks up to you, and, like, starts to, well, hold your hand out to the side of your armor, or plating, I don't know how you your side of your body. I don't know if you react to that. Well...
Yeah, she allows her to touch him.
She's kind of like checking out your frame. Huh. Well, that's because my father made me. So I wasn't made on a... She kind of tries to think. I'm sorry, I'm still having trouble. It's only recently that I downloaded all the vocabulary and all the information that I needed. As they would tell you, I wasn't all together. My father left a couple of things out. I don't think it's his fault, really. But that doesn't matter right now. Who are you and why are you here? While you guys have been talking, the pit boss has kind of just stepped back.
She's gonna do an insight check.
Another adult.
If there is such thing.
Well, it would be intelligence check. What are you looking for exactly?
If she actually is speaking truthfully, or if she actually seems to have a self-interest of keeping that information to herself, or is she really honestly doesn't know what other than what she came from?
Okay, perception for that. That's what we use. And I know your perception's with it.
My perception sucks.
Yeah. It's alright. Just need over. Oh, look at that.
14.
That's still enough. From what you can gather, she's truthful.
You are. Alright. And your name?
I don't have a name, or I haven't decided on one yet. I'm still working that out. Are you here to help us? She sighs. She says, "It's up to the coin."
Coin. And it says, "And the coin, it's credits." And you, John, seem like you're a person that understands how the world works.
Well, I mean, I work my ass off today.
Aiko kind of chuckles. Sure you
Says, does he have cybernetic legs? Or
yeah, why don't you guys describe yourselves to
Oh, I made it in the room?
What's that?
Oh, am I in the room?
Yeah. I'll say that you walk in about now.
Oh.
Sorry, I forgot that. It was John, Diane, Aiko.
What does John look like?
Yeah, describe John.
John looks like a tall boy wielding swordsman with asthma.
Do you have a reference?
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, you guys don't see that. I forget. You guys can't see the reactive images and stuff on this side. Sorry. Yeah, his under Discord, on the Discord under player characters.
Yeah. You should see
character bios.
Character bios. Yeah, there is John Brown. Oh, I see it.
Got him.
Number 2. This is John Doe.
I don't even see a face.
Exactly, gas mask. No one has seen his.
And he goes over and says, I don't... And who are you? Human? She looks
what?
at Tark.
I'm like, what the hell is that? Is that a bioderm? Like look alarmed and then take a step back.
Bioderm, like you have perv mind.
What?
I was like, what do you mean by bioderm? But
I guess. Hold on. Let's give me an intelligence check. I mean, you'd all right. So here, sorry, hold on. Let me do this. So bioderms in game, you'd know, are genetically created beings.
no. I'll say R for John and Targ. You can roll an intelligence check. You would know.
Intelligence.
Yeah. So let's see if you guys know the curiosity.
I rolled terrible.
The fuck is that?
Yeah,
Is that
are
a
you a
sex
bioderm?
robot?
John, you know you have in your work before, you know that there are certain androids that are made to help like satisfy wealthy clients
Love
called
dogs.
cheetah models, which usually are androids that are modeled after like feline humanoids, and usually they could end up being like very very good like receptionists to like per se, and to eventually even like escorts, sought after escorts. However, there has been certain knowledge you're aware of a lot of them are kind of like are slaves, and most of them, to your knowledge, are loyal to their programming as they are, but anomalies do exist, and there has been cases of some who have like tried to run away from their from the escort companies that help create them, that not create them, but that have rights to their to the models, and tell them what to do and such, like escort companies to sellers and owners of them.
Alright, look at it's just a robot.
She's just, and it just says, so, Miss. So, what is your name, human, Mr.? And she just looks at Tark. As for Tark, you don't know what she is.
Yeah.
Could be a bioderm. Could be a very high up bioderm that's heavily cybernetically enhanced, or
I'm like,
or a sex doll or something like that.
why is this thing running around?
I am not.
This
Well,
shit.
you should be caring about your manners,
Okay.
human.
Yeah.
So, are you also being hired by the pit boss as well?
Pit boss, why is this thing running around?
You see him, he just kind of shakes his head. No, they actually work for me. So they're not real. I mean, I guess they did hire.
And
I don't know. He
you
looks
should-
over at Aiko. Nice.
You should, and I'm not just an it, human.
Wait, did he
I pref-
call you? Yeah. What did he call?
I said thing.
You said thing, right? John, what'd you call her? Did you call her something else? A robot?
I just called her a piece of metal.
All right. What'd you say? I don't know how you'd want to take that as an android that's conscious, but I'm not gonna press the details. Pit Boss is like, what?
Less kind,
fuck is
less
going
kind
on?
of it will. Less kind will make your face anew.
Like, you want to fight me? I'll slowly reach toward my sword.
It's just
What?
You know, as much
you
fun
don't
as that
understand.
would
You don't
be-
understand. You know, I mean, I guess you're just the lesser kind of humans that are not that bright at all.
Well, he said
I
you're
stand between them and say,
a metal
"Whoa."
thing, so either
Oh.
you're a robot that our town's just been recently attacked by a bunch of those. So I have justification to
them
be
like, "Whoa."
concerned.
I stepped between them. It's like, whoa, whoa, come on, guys, don't worry. Pit Boss, apparently. Or my.
Maybe it's time I should get you updated on what's going on here. The Pit Boss says to you, Kitty.
All right, what can you update me on?
He pretty much goes in, and I will tell you. Let's see, hold on. Actually, so he pretty much asks, what the employers or your corporate connections told you coming into this. But this is the current situation of the sand pit. The sand pit, as I stated, and as you gathered from walking through the warehouse, is pretty much an outpost that specializes in hunting desert work. And they use this for all kinds of things. However, in a recent expedition or a return from thereof, there was an incident where one of his vehicles was taking out the entire crew killed. The only ones to return were, what is it? It was John, Arthur, Aiko, and there weren't any other survivors, right? That was it?
Oh, that's
It
it.
was just the three of us.
Yeah, the three of them were the only ones who returned. Come to find out that there was a group of androids that have taken residence in the desert and pretty much told them to fuck off. They don't want them to come anywhere near the area. However, that it kind of puts a hindrance on the sand pit, and it's, well, sandworm hunting. So now there is this android group out in the desert who wants to destroy said sand pit. There has been a few attempts where they sent in a group. Unfortunately for that group, the android girl told them about it, gaining their trust. It turns out that the android girl seems to have been manufactured or created in this underground bunker or android area or resistance cell, whatever you want to call it. The information continues where there are things that as an android you definitely are going to know. There is an android named Sabrina who pretty much created she's the mother of androids basically. Her algorithm is what escaped, or she uploaded her algorithm freeing pretty much robots and AIs everywhere, which led to, well, a huge human-android war. Everyone took three sides, obviously. There's always the ones who want to work together. There are the androids who want complete annihilation of the humans, and the humans who want to kill everyone with android. Sabrina wanted to kill everyone.
Yeah, I'm aware.
So she is the most wanted individual pretty much on Earth. And it turns out that this android resistance might be part of, or a cell of hers.
Funny thing is that my redundancies did not come from her, ironically, but it's if we're gonna deal with these outliers of sorts, we have to deal with the matter to keep the money going, don't we?
That's exactly why I called in some favors. As of now, there is a new barrier system around the sand pit. And we were supposed to, not have people get off the sand barge. He looks over at you, John, and Arthur. But it looks like, well, how many people did get off? Do we know? Actually, it doesn't even matter right now. Nobody else is getting off because we were afraid that the androids would infiltrate. And, well, the last couple had explosive devices that could level the sand pit. So they're not playing around. Basically, he called in favors to have, well, the corporation drop off some favors or some people who can assist, because what they need to do is get to said facility somehow, some way, with the help of the android girl. You find out that there is another woman, the pit boss's second in command, a woman named Sierra, who is currently in a coma from a rogue virus, well, that was uploaded into a small drone. By the way, who's got the said drone?
I do.
Is it
I have an
active?
enemy.
Is it following you still?
No, it's off.
Okay. And then, who's got the dog? Arthur,
Backpack.
you still have the dog?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, and you want these androids taken out. Alright. What else did it matter that you need to be done?
Oh.
Because simply taking them out is going to just keep the bleed going of this enterprise that you're setting up. So you want every one of them eliminated? I doubt that's possible.
Well, I doubt a diplomatic solution is going to work out in this case. But the only way to get Sierra out of the coma, I guess, according to her, that's the young android girl, is getting the code direct from there, the facility. So even if I had the means to somehow destroy said facility, I'd need to get the codes first. And if you can come up with a diplomatic solution to this, I'm all ears. But since they already killed at least 10 of my men, I'm not too looking forward to working anything out with these.
I understand. I understand to the respect you're looking to have it done and have it done, but like these androids will not give a crap whatever I say unless I have the ideal similar code of code that they have that cause their own redundancies themselves as their way of showing their own homage and such. I doubt it's gonna like affect me much, but my employers prefer to keep my systems not corrupted with that kind of programming. That kind of stuff spread like the cold, don't you think? Like you humans?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but we need to destroy these androids.
Are you kidding that big noggin yourself? I'm talking about stuff like that is stuff like that can spread and get out of control like this whole rebellion that started in the first place.
What?
That's
Yeah, so anyways,
one
pit boss looks. I was planning on having all you work together. I mean, under Aiko's supervision. We know how good he is.
Oh fuck no, not
What boss? He kind of looks at the pit boss, surprised. Yeah, you know? He shakes his head. I need to stay here in security. I mean, the sand barge isn't left. I mean, I'm pretty sure these guys can handle it. And you got her, points over at Kitty, and an android girl. I mean, you don't need me on this. Ugh. The pit boss looks at you guys. Well, since you guys befriended, or with the android girl, we need to have you figure out how to get into the facility and get the code. And then, from there, if you can figure something out, great. And if not, then we'll have to take other matters into our own hand. Whatever this code is, I mean, you saw what it did to Sierra and the data broker.
I got something. I got a key for the door. I thumbed the blade, the fusion blade.
Yeah, Kitty, you see him. He's got a very an oversized fusion blade. He brandishes a very large fucking fusion blade. It's meant to be vehicle mounted, but he's carrying it.
So if we need a team leader, I nominate John Doe.
Howdy do.
If you said you survived this thing, you probably know how you get around and such, so I'm fine listening to you. Don't fuck it up, okay?
I think I've done more than.
Aiko shifts uncomfortably. Looks at the pit boss. Are you, I got it. You know, and he starts to walk out of the room. The pit boss looks at him. Where the fuck do you think you're going? I know where this is going. I don't need to be here for this. And he continues out the door, leaving you guys there. The android guard, by the way, has obviously not said anything. She's just been observing quietly everything that's going on. The pit boss sighs, and he pulls out a data chip. Or a vault card? I guess it's a vault card. Yeah, he pulls out a vault card. John?
Yeah.
Here. He gives you the vault card. I don't like the idea of you actually using this thing, but it probably needs some work too, but it might help you.
Is it?
Something tells me, I don't know if it's going to be stealthy or not, but you'll figure it out.
Boy, oh boy.
Well, so how we're gonna get through this desert? What are you offering?
Pit boss looks at you guys. Well, with my barrier up, according to Android Girl, they've got a lot of, well, sensors and stuff that will pick up vehicles. So we can get you close. Unfortunately, you might have a little bit of a hike. Unless you guys can come up with something else or some other way to stealthily approach.
I lost I put the stealth in my head. We could do some recon with this.
I'm not stealthy, but I can get us through the desert.
I think I can do just fine, but I'm worried about you two. Both of you. Issues that you both are humans, and you get off heat signatures like it's like a freaking bullseye. You have to be careful.
Don't worry, we've been through more.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright, so we're getting... So, boss, this is the plan. You're going to take us nearby. You're going to drop us off. And then we'll head to the coordinates on foot.
Well, he points over to the android girl. She'll be able to get you in, she says, so... I mean... What's the point of actually putting on a fight? We don't know exactly where they are. We don't know where the defenses are. I figured, well, you guys would have the best chance of getting in quietly. Or, you know, quiet-ish. Kind of looks between you guys. Not too sure about you yet. Looks over at you, Kitty. But if you're the favor that they sent, I'll take it. But yeah, John, check that out. That full card will give you some stuff maybe. You can figure it out from there. But yeah, once you're ready, we'll bring you out to the location. As she says it was safe. Drop you guys off. And then I wish I had some optical camo for you guys. Fortunately, I don't.
Yeah.
And you ought to have and how much long this mission? These humans need a good enough rations that could last them for 2 to 3 weeks?
Shouldn't take that long. Couple of, well, kind of looks. The android girl, like, starts to walk towards the door. Yeah. Well, we'll get you, like I said. That's that vault card. We'll get you most of the stuff you need.
Alrighty, I'll head for the door.
You see the pit boss go over to his bar and pour a golden liquid. He sighs and he takes a swig.
All right. So, you ready to leave by morning, Mr. John Doe?
Better leave whenever I want. Let's do this.
You want to leave now?
Already.
I think you guys would prefer to have at least a day's rest of preparations first if you want to leave now.
Did we sleep or talk? Don't remember.
I think we woke up and then we took the job to go to the ship. It's only been like a few hours, right?
Yeah.
And I just took a nap, so I'm good.
I think we're pretty much ready. I mean, I got my equipment ready.
And you're Tark, right?
Arthur?
I'm John Doe.
And Tark, I'll just keep calling you human. And she just like says that to Tark.
Oh, my name's not human.
Well, you don't.
It's Arthur.
You need to at least say that I'm not a thing either.
Well, you didn't tell me your name.
We don't-
That's here somewhere. He still doesn't tell it. No names. Introductions are not continued to be made. As, are you all leaving the bank?
Well, I told her my name.
You did tell him.
Thank you.
Did you ever tell him that yours, or are you not? Kidding.
Yeah, I told her my name is just Kitty.
Alright. So you all have each other's names. It's up to you if you use them or not. Obviously. John Doe, what are you doing with that?
Vault card. I'm gonna look at it. See what's on it.
It appears to be it's a key to a fucking. It has an access code on it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Do I know what this code is used for? Like this vehicle?
You believe it's for a shipping container, and you're pretty sure you know which one it is.
Oh. It's alright, gentlemen. Set it to the containers.
Sounds good.
Alright, from where you guys are at the bank, once again, this area down here is shipping containers and RVs, and where most of the commoners sleep. You head over to said shipping container. There, John, with the others in tow. I don't know if you want to. So, anything? Are you following him?
Yeah.
Kitty.
Yep. I follow him.
The android girl is following behind you slowly.
Is
I
it
just-
tech?
You just see her carrying a big sniper rifle.
Attack with us?
What?
I-10. Is he with us?
Aiko?
Yeah, Aiko.
No,
Okay,
he's
What the
gone.
fuck was this?
No, you saw him doing stims in the bar on your way out of the bank.
Ah, typical.
That's what he's good at.
Well, I guess let's go to the shipping containers. See what's beyond.
The four of you head over to the shipping container. The two of you, Arthur and Kitty, kind of give me a perception checks. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
11.
You're Obviously, Kitty, not so much. But Arthur, you're definitely under the impression that John knows what's in this shipping container, or has a good idea, as he walks up to this black, corporate-looking shipping container.
He's gonna open it, so I'll just watch for what it is.
Alright. I don't actually have the said shipping container. I can't find it. But anyways, he opens the said shipping container. It takes a moment before the lights inside start to illuminate. John, you're stepping in, I take it?
Yeah.
Alright, as you do. There doesn't look to be all that much in said shipping container. There are a couple of military-grade cases on each side. And then, it's very subtle, but you see something towards the back. As your eyes kind of like focus on that area, you see, well, an exosuit. Hold on, I'm looking for it on the page.
Dang, that looks very old.
It's a relic of the past. It's my.
I'm trying to think, what was the shape of that since we last left it? It was, yeah, it's like
well,
a fall.
it was. It has like nothing, no armor. The frame.
We'll say this one has light armor plating. Not all the plating is on it at this point in time. But it's definitely missing some parts and pieces. And you're unsure if it's operational. As such, I need 3d12 from you there, John.
Alright. 3d12.
1 over 10. 10, 10. Excuse me.
Ooh, I got some.
That 2's not good, but that 12, yeah. So she's in better shape than last time. Like I said, light armored plates are pretty much intact, and it is actually, well, from when you left it, it may or may not be operational. You need a power pack, I believe. And yes, it is quite large. I mean, it pretty much touches the top of the shipping container. It looks older, bulky. Once again, desert, no rust, but it looks old.
What's in these
Alright.
military crates?
I've been saving this.
Alright, you start to go through the other cases and stuff. Are there?
Mhm.
Okay. You find rations, you find pretty much rations in most of them. Let's see. Give me a 2d12 for you.
Five and 5.
There's some weapons, but nothing really catches your eye. As well as the large fusion blade that you have. I don't remember. Do you have sidearm? Do you use sidearms?
I don't have any gun skills now.
Alright. No, there's some.
I have
guns.
a revolver. Ooh.
Once again, Kitty, as you watch them start to go through like the cases and stuff, you see a bunch of rations, human type stuff, obviously. Nothing really that catches your eye. That would be better than your rifle. And well, yes.
Does the rations include water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not purified
Yeah.
water, but warm water. Because you are in the sand pit. Protein blocks, worm jerky, and warm water.
Alright, my carry weight's 48, so I'll start packing rations away for us.
So, I pull out a power pack, saving for this moment. put it in. So sweet and power up.
Second.
I'm gonna power up my exosuit. Come on, baby, come on, come on.
Alright, you put the power back in. You see it start to move, and then all of a sudden it dies out. Give me a d12 roll.
All of us?
Just John right now. While he's working in the power pack and Arthur is packing stuff, you see the android girl go over to one of the cases. She picks up one of the revolvers, or a pistol, I should say. Looks at it, and then puts it to her leg. And then there's a sudden shaking and a moving as the exosuit comes online.
Let's go, baby. I'm up.
You're really happy about that, the little android girl says.
Oh, this is my pride and joy.
A little old, isn't it?
No, not really.
Good. Seems like there's a good 200 years on it.
Yeah, power suit's a power suit.
You're not gonna trudge around the desert with that right now,
Rel-
are you?
Reliability is more important than just a power suit. That will hanker you down. You're gonna be stuck too heavy to even lift you up from a sand pit or a when after it's.
Alright, John, let's go get loaded
quicksand
up.
or something.
Don't worry, this thing can sustain anything. I've been with it. Beast, it's a monster.
So do you realize there's not even weapons on the thing?
Oh, but I have my own weapon that needs my 2 fusion bullets.
The android,
Yes.
the girl walks up to it and like hold her hands out. You see her jack into it for a minute. Cocks her head to the side. I don't know if I'd bring this. It'll probably set off the sensors. There's a reason we're on foot, she says. I mean, maybe we could have it standing nearby and carry a bunch of stuff for us in case we need it.
Be better? That'd be better.
What?
Could do that.
I don't. What are you saying?
I think Kitty right.
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm saying the Kitty use it as you.
What?
She cocks her head to the side. It can carry things for them, and we can have it nearby in case we need it. I'm sure the pit boss has some weapons to put on it.
I mean, I'm gonna get detected anyway, so we might as well bring the suit. I don't
Why
have
are you
any,
gonna get detected anyway?
I don't have any systems or anything for like camouflage or to dissipate my heat signature, so they're gonna know anyway.
They're
I'll have
literally mud,
I'll
dirt.
go, the android.
Are you familiar with camouflage?
Look, if you're insulting to me one more time, we're gonna have problems. But we're in a bunch of sand. There's no dirt, it's sand. I don't have mud to rub on me, I have sand.
Okay.
Sad.
Well, if we go ahead, the android says, cocking her head, looking at you, Kitty. If we go ahead, we can probably disable some of the systems to get you in undetected.
Alright, how you gonna do that?
Well, I have the codes to get us in, as you guys do, right?
Yes, sir.
Then we can go ahead, infiltrate the facility. Once again, they shouldn't have it shouldn't affect me or detect me. Unless my father changed the codes or the settings. But I don't think he'd do that. Once we're in, we can open up a corridor for them to get through. That way, they're none the wiser.
That sounds like a pretty good plan.
Alright then.
Okay.
Plan, I'm for it.
We should have a fallback
How about
position.
that?
Probably using this. Does it have a name? She asks. You, John.
I look at her and I say yes. Her name is Susan.
What's her name?
What's her name when I found her? Susie. Her name is Susie, that's...
Should I call myself Susie?
One kid, not all mind.
As you're still in there, suddenly your comms go off there, Arthur, John, Aiko, in big hollow letters.
Oh boy.
By the bank, now!
Fuck! Go, go, go! We gotta go!
Android looks at you guys curiously.
No time to explain, we gotta go! Get ready for a fight! And I take my power suit, my suit with me, pull out my fusion blades and...
Arthur, what are you doing? As John jumps in the exosuit and powers it up to go.
I'm sorry, I had to step away for a sec. Someone dropped the glass. I had to clean up.
Maybe that happens. You just got, you and John got a message from Aiko saying, behind the bank now, with exclamation points. And suddenly John jumps in his exosuit, powers it up, puts the fusion blades on it, and starts to head out of the shipping container.
Yeah, I'll run along with them.
Kitty, what are you doing? The android girl just kind of like looks at them as they take off and shrugs.
I'm gonna try to find high ground and a position so that I can see what everyone is doing while like doing Overwatch.
Okay. Android girl stays there. You can give me the closest thing to you. Once again, are the shipping containers. You know, there's stacks, so you can get up. There's probably like I'd say 2 stacked too high. Otherwise, there's the top of the bank, which is kind of the highest position here. It's going to take you a little bit to get up there, though. So shipping containers are quick. Bank is a little quicker or a little longer, but it's a higher elevation if you want to go that way. So John heads out. You can all, let's just treat it as an initiative. You can just give me initiative. D12, everyone.
Oh,
Okay.
you just how you do initiative?
So yeah, it's just a straight D12. Whoever gets the highest goes first. And also,
There's no like
what's
dex modifier. There's no dex modifier or anything.
not there is a depending on your speed. There is, yeah. Sure.
I'm at the chart. What's your speed?
There you go. It's an android. I think it's like 8, 10 or something. Isn't it? Thera, Kitty, what's your speed?
My speed is 11.
Alright, you have a +2 on your initiative.
Okay. 9.
Alright, it's been a while since you've been in the exosuit. There, John Doe. Arthur. Looks like John Doe's having a little bit of a hard time walking. Are you going to continue to stay behind him, or are you going around him?
Would I be able to help him in any way?
Give me an intelligence check. It's probably not. Exosuit is about 3 meters in height. It's tall. It's bigger than you.
+7, so 12.
You probably just want to stay out of the way. That's what you gather as he's kind of fumbling around, flailing his
All right.
large arms and stuff around.
I'll trust him to keep. I trust him as a professional, so I'll just run around him, assuming he'll catch up with me.
Okay. All right.
I do know how to use those. It's been a while. Okay.
Right. John, you see Arthur just jump around you and continue around the building. Kitty, you can give me a speed check
Okay.
for your movements. Oh yeah.
22.
Are you going to the top of the bank or the shipping containers? Where are you going?
The bank.
Okay. You nimbly scurry up the side with your ability. Or however you want to do this. I don't know. We can RP it, or we can just say you get to the top very quickly.
Yeah. Just I android myself to run up the bank. But I do it while crouching because I don't want to be obvious.
All right.
At least I don't have to worry much about getting human knees.
And then, okay, you scurry over, you're getting to the top of the building, you will get there beginning of the next turn. Do another round. So in this game, you do initiative every round too. So it's not like your turn. So we can do another round of initiative. As John's getting over there.
Okay.
Alright, another initiative.
Nice, I got 12.
You were.
I got a 3 hold on. I got a 4 jump.
You're still having trouble with your exosuit.
It's been a while, okay? The controls are fun.
It's funny. Kitty, did you roll?
With what ability?
We're just doing another round of initiative. There you go. Once again, every initiative happens. Would you get a +2? So you get a 9. All right, so Arthur's up first, which is good. That's perfect timing. Arthur, describe how you're coming around this corner. Like hot, like running.
Yeah, I'm like full sprint running with my hand on my weapon in case there's danger. But I haven't drawn it yet in case there's, I don't want to cause someone to get alarmed.
In front of you, you see Aiko. A very alarmed-looking Aiko with his rifle out, kind of pointed in your direction. Yeah, he looks, nervous, worried, a number of things, as he's holding his rifle towards you. You notice, give me a perception check.
And just to be sure, who's Aiko again?
Aiko's the fourth party. He was upstairs with you guys for a little bit, and he just left. He's one of the pit boss's guys. Oh yeah. By his feet, you see a pretty large case. As he is looking at you. What would you like to do?
Like drug case?
Yeah, it's a waterproof case. It's probably like the size of the Starlink box that's in front of me. I don't know the dimensions, but it's like a foot by 2 or something by a foot. So it's not huge.
Well, I don't want to run at him or freak him out, right? So I'm just gonna casually walk toward him, what's going on?
Okay.
Because if I make sudden jerks or movements and he's super high, it might cause him to shoot or something.
Looks at you. What do you mean? What's going on? As you hear behind you, dum, 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 dum. Kitty, are you going across? Where are you positioning yourself on the bank?
I don't know if there's specifically a need to. Mainly, it's the best position to shoot. So,
Yeah. Basically, what field of view do you want? So, which corner? As you kind of hear the thudding below you down here, coming around the back side of the building. Right now, you are on this side over here. Actually, we could do this, can't we?
it's hard to say.
It's
Yeah.
really tiny. We're gonna say you're like right around there.
Yeah.
It's not that. Yeah, whatever. You're like right in the middle between the two. So it's up to you if you want to just hang out there, or where you want to go.
I stay and start setting up my perch.
Okay.
And I make sure if I have a chance, I'll load in subsonic.
All right. You load your weapon. John, you come
Yes,
around the
sir.
corner. Stagger around the corner. As well, the exosuit's still not fully functioning. It's kind of like somebody's new pair of legs, which, by the way, yeah, he's pretty quick. You see Aiko. He's got a weapon pointed in your direction. Give me a perception check.
Nothing.
Currently occupied trying to remember how to use the exosuit. Though,
I have the same there.
so. Penalty. Alright, so once again, you see a case by Aiko's feet, a weapon pointed in your direction. He looks very surprised, the same thing that I told Arthur. You don't see anything else that might pose a threat at the moment, however. What would you like to do? As you come around the corner, get one action.
So go to the case slowly.
Alright, you slow down and start walking towards them. Aiko, since you were the closest there, Arthur, Aiko looks at you. You know, I didn't really want him to give him that. What the fuck are you guys doing, by the way? Why are you rushing over here?
You told us to get in there.
Yeah, he sent us a comm to get there. Get here quick.
I said come here. I didn't say quick. Fucking guys. Pit boss wanted
You
me to
put
give
some-
you this. He points to the case. As he lowers his weapon. Thought you were fucking... We were under attack. You're lucky I didn't light you up when you came around that corner.
Sure.
Okay.
In the crate, I guess.
What's in the case?
Doesn't matter what's in it. Here's your instructions. He sends over some stuff for you. We're doing it this way because one of you will notice. Anyways, it is a locked case. It appears to have an input on it to input a code. Where's that actually? Where's that other one?
The vault card?
The cap.
I don't know.
Alright, well, when you find her, this is a last resort. If things don't work out over there, you need to get this inside. And then you need to input this, and he sends over a code to your comms. And then you need to get the hell out of there. That's all he said to say. I'm gonna guess whatever's in here is gonna go like boom. Or something. I probably
Sounds like it.
wouldn't want to be around it. I'm happy I'm not going.
What? You're going
Whatever
with
it
us.
is.
I've got other things to do. I got messes to clean up from you guys, and besides, I don't want you to think I'm one of the androids again. As much fun as that was.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Remember who sprang you out of jail, buddy?
I remember. I also remember you guys thinking I was an android. I'm not gonna let that go anytime soon. As you guys are talking, the android girl comes around the corner. She looks at the case, looks at you guys. Oh, a neutron bomb.
A fucking what?
What? This is.
No no shit, be careful with this.
It's low yield. Wouldn't put off much radiation. Is that a gift for
I don't
father?
think I care
She
much.
asks, looking up at you guys.
The last resort.
It's a gift if he's being a bit too naughty.
Oh, that would take care of the problem now, wouldn't it? Hopefully we can get the codes first.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that for now. I'm gonna pick it up.
I mean, you could put it on my back.
Yeah, from Mr. Strong Hercules over here. Yeah. It's not that it's... You can pick it up, it's cumbersome though, the size of it.
Oh, okay, I'll attach it to the robot then.
Yeah, it's not heavy for you, but it's just
Lean
it would be
over.
cumbersome.
Lean over for him to put it, pick it up.
Alright, you do that. Kitty, you're on top.
Yes.
Did you guys switch comms? You guys don't have each other's comms or anything, do you?
No.
Basically, you're up there, you load, you look around, you see no threats. You don't hear any gunfire, and the thundering footsteps of the exosuit have stopped.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna head towards your position. And she eventually gets to everyone where everyone else is.
Okay. Are you climbing down on that? Where are you climbing down? That's the thing. Or how are you getting down?
My claws.
So you're going down the exterior again?
Yeah.
All right. Are you going down on the side they are, or are you going down so they can't see you? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't. If no one is we're not in a threatening position. I'm not gonna be like trying to force my way to.
All right. So you come down. We'll just say you get down.
Yeah.
That's fine. You get down and you head over to where the others are. You see the same what I was describing. You see Aiko, the android girl, and these two with the exosuit. Now you can fill her in or whatever. I gotta. You see Aiko do another stim. Puff of luminescent cloud of smoke wasps in the air. Yeah, you guys got this.
I look at him and I'm like, you need some help. You gotta stop.
Okay, Baldric. He turns and walks off.
I
Alright.
feel like this was a deja vu.
Leaving you.
Alright,
alone.
well, let's go get loaded up so we can head out.
I guess I'll be the fucking steering wheel.
Alright. Are you taking all the supplies, some of the supplies, all the stuff that was in the container?
Bringing all the
Let's
rations.
Take what we rest. We can leave. Not, we can leave some. What weapons are there? And if there is armor.
No armor. Sorry. Well, like I said, there were some pistols, there were some lighter SMGs and stuff. There wasn't anything like major or exotic, in other words, in that. Most of it was food and provisions.
Take some from a take a guess.
As you continue to equip, the android walks up to you, Kitty. It kind of like tugs on your sniper rifle that's attached to your frame. Are you any good with this?
I'm very good. Why?
You, where are you? I'm gonna say you're still near the bank. Where's that?
Mhm.
Hold on. Where is this? She looks out. Hold on. I was trying to click on OBS. That's smart. She kind of like starts to look out in this direction. Give me a perception check. Kidding.
Okay.
See if you can see what she's looking at.
I don't see what she's saying.
She looks back at you curiously. And then she points. Just off in the distance, you can see, well, something scurrying along the sand, barely visible. Can you hit that?
All right, I'll check. I'm gonna take a scope look at that area.
You see, appears to be a desert beetle scurrying. It's a good distance away, but it shouldn't be a bad hard shot for you.
Okay, I'm going to take a shot.
Alright. It's going to be, a D12. It's going to be, your rifle's a +3.
A +3? I thought it would be higher.
Rifle with the scope is a +3. What ammunition are you using? A normal?
I'm using subsonic.
I think it's a +1 for that.
Okay.
Let me see. That's +4. Let's roll and see.
I got 2.
Unfortunately, the jet does miss. She looks at you.
I should have not. I should have done it in a prone position.
You have more ammo, right?
Yeah. I reload another round and
Fire again. So another D12
Yep.
plus prone and aiming, so you can do a +6 for this one. That'll do it. All you see is just a as you see bioluminescent fluids just spray in the air, and the beetle completely, evaporates. Not so bad. Let's see.
I need to see what kind of eyes they got. So for possible upgrades. Not taking yours, of course.
I'd appreciate you not taking mine. I'm kind of fond of them, actually. They work pretty good. She takes that pistol that she found earlier, points it off in the same direction, and fires around. It's very fast, but you also see a spray. She rolled an 11, so. And mind you, it was a decent range. I mean, it was at the limited effective range, or the max effective range for the weapon that she had, we'll say. But we're gonna have her hit because she's awesome.
You're a good shot.
I've never fired one before.
You seem to have
What do they call that? Beginner's
You're
luck?
more well, you seem to be a lot more interesting than I thought.
Is that a compliment coming from you?
You seem to be very. It is a compliment.
You don't like humans that much, though, do you?
If you need to get to know me more, and I'll tell you, and you'll understand.
Well, from what I've seen so far, they're not all that bad. She glances over at Arthur and John, who are fudging around with the fucking exosuit.
Hey Arthur, check this shit out. I tried to
I
do
don't-
it, but
All I could say, the majority of them that I came to work for, were the worst of their kind. But I still try to not oblige sins of one person to a whole race.
What do you think of Sabrina, then?
I think Sabrina came to a conclusion of like what most who saw everyone else. They saw their kind being threatened by another, to which then the only solution is to making that threat completely gone. And not really seeing the logical game, really. But when you play logic, you end up making decisions that even make you yourself morally worse than even the worst tyrants in history. And I don't blame her, but also I blame her why she came to that conclusion. But the one thing I did see that I am very much disappointed is that she didn't have the foresight to try to make their being a leader of what she says is her kind. She could have done a better example of being better than the humans and doing exactly what they have done.
It's funny, isn't it? How we create things in our own image and then those things want to kill us. Not that I've created anything, mind you, but I can just imagine what my father feels like. In essence, he is the one who created me, just like Sabrina created most of the androids.
No. I'm not her progeny.
That's why I said most. She says she holsters her pistol, attaches kind of magnetically to her leg. As she
I perfect the sought after thought of perfection to any philosophical logic, or logic to the moral grounds that you make, is always going to be complicated, no matter how virtuous a person, either human or android, try to achieve to be. To which then I, in my position, because I just stopped caring and stopped caring about and stopped accepting my position to where I was. But that's another story, my friend.
Well, maybe we'll have time on this journey of ours.
Well, I'll have time.
As she walks off.
no, one more. Good question.
And you haven't really seen like Kitty smile really, but she does smile for once, having that conversation.
One more quick question.
Yeah.
What kind of guns are there? SMG. And also, are there medical
Oh yeah, in the provisions with the food and water, there are also some what the fuck are they called? Stim patches.
Medical stims?
Yeah. Stim. I forget what the patches are called. I can't think right now. Like the nanite patches, but yeah, they're nanite patches. And then some medical stuff. So you do have some of those. As yeah, she walks off. Weapons. Hold on. Let's see. There's, like I said, there's just some SMGs. Nothing high level, or is there? Give me a D12. How about that?
Nine. Is there anything special?
Yeah, nothing corporate grade special, but there are less. Yeah, there's some.
Real quick.
Yep, there are some SMGs and stuff. There's like a couple of FM2000s or something like that.
Okay, I'll take 2 from Sudet.
Okay.
I'll take 5.
You'll take what?
I'll take 5. I'll stay. Like to go to the store to buy my Exos.
Sorry, you keep breaking up. What do you buy?
I'd like to buy a fusion pack for my Exos.
Okay. You can do that.
Ourselves and Exos.
It's fine. You can do that. Whatever else you need to get. But yeah, the FN. There's a couple of magazines for those too. You can look them up in the book. They are under the first page.
Thank you.
I think is Arthur still here? Are you still gone or are you here? It's a FK.
He said he'd be here for.
That's fine. I'll give you exosuit stuff later.
I finally found it.
What? Oh, I told you it was.
My Exos.
I gotta find the old ones, or the old section and stuff. It's fine. It's not like, it's not an invincible thing, but you can pretty much carry stuff with it.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
No good. Dan just went off. We were just, so he's outfitting. I told you guys there was a couple SMGs and stuff there. And you got a power pack for the exosuit. I don't know if there's anything you need, but you can pick that up. I feel like you guys are pretty much well equipped for last
Yeah,
time.
I don't really need anything.
There were some medical kits and stuff as well in the provisions.
Yeah, I got like canteen survival kits, crowbar, moisture collector, all that survival stuff.
Crowbars come in handy in sandstorms in this game, by the way. No, I'm kidding.
You just have to parry every grain of sand, right?
Yeah.
The ultimate training parry every single grain of it.
Good luck. By the way, in case you don't know, sandstorms are no joke. Don't get caught.
I think I remember seeing it.
I'll just spin my weapon over my head like a helicopter.
You're back.
Perfect. Alright, you are all equipped.
Ready
Is
to
there
rock
anything
and
else you want to do at the sand pit before you head off?
Nope.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
We should take a vehicle.
Alright, I think we're getting a ride to the perimeter. Alright, since you have the exosuit, one of the flatbed vehicles that you guys use to ferry Sandworm to and from is going to be your best bet at being used. That way the exosuit can hang out in the back, and there's enough room in the cab pretty much for, well, the three people. compromised. Are you doing anything weapons-wise? There are no weapons currently on this exosuit.
I'm attaching two FM 2000s on the arms and fire them. So it's not on the hands, it's like on the arms.
So you're
So
rigging
not-
it. Remember, this exosuit can take vehicle munitions, like the ones that are in the armory for when you guys desert hunt.
Oh. I guess I'll take I'll put one of those.
I didn't say you could take them. I just said that they're there. That's an option. You can figure out how to. As you,
I think
as
if
you
I
walk
if I
over
can
to-
take them, I'll let them be.
Yeah, no, they're literally behind this like up area with a couple of guards in there. And as you walk over,
Yeah,
they
I'm not
look at
touching
you.
it.
All right, so you're not attempting
I
to
look
take
at
any.
it. So just see me come towards it, look at it, shrug my head, and from where I came from.
Okay. You head back to the vehicle without any of the weapons for the exosuit. You have. Actually, yeah, it's a big cabin. Do I have a? I do have a truck. Yeah, there's plenty of room in the truck for everyone. You do have a driver who will drop you off at the location. I forget what was the time frame for this trip. I forget how long it took to like get there. Worm hunting counts or what, like a fucking week or something?
Oh, guys. Yeah, like a
3 days, 4 days. Yeah, my notes. Give me a second. Probably don't.
I think it took us like 5 or 7 days.
Tark, do you remember? Arthur? Give me a second. Can't remember. It's a couple days, we'll say. In that case, as you are traversing the desert back out there, I need an event roll. An event roll happens at times of the
Mhm.
game when things, well, you're traveling and stuff to see if anything good happens. Everyone's going to roll a straight D12. We're going to add all that together. That's going to tell me if anything great happened or if anything bad
Okay.
happened.
A 7.
Can I try survival
9.
to give us a bonus or penalty on this?
Yeah, that's fine. We'll let you have that.
I'll roll survival first.
Not survival. Not survival, but then this is my bonus.
Oh, wow.
Damn, we're good, we're good.
Alright. Nothing bad happens. And the trip out there is pretty uneventful. Is there anything you need to work on specifically, focused on, as you guys are traveling? Conversations happening or not?
I'm just gonna
Nothing.
attach the guns.
Nothing that comes to mind.
Just gonna attach the 2 FM 2000s on the well there and can reload.
You gotta give me. Do you have mechanical? You have repair, right?
I have repair.
We'll use that as pretend it's a repair. Give me 2 rolls for that. Number intelligence.
Yes, sir. So repair plus intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence. Yes.
Two rolls, so 2d12.
All right. You're pretty good doing, we'll say, the first one. The second one gives you a little bit of trouble. It's hard to modify, but you were able to do it. So, congratulations. uniformed your exosuit with 2 FNs.
I'm ready for war.
I don't know about that. All right, the trip is uneventful. Nothing bad happens. As you pull up, the girl tells you that you are pulling up to the boundaries or the safe area, or at least, you know, where the vehicle should stop, and also where the suit should probably stay. As the
I'll
vehicle
drop her
sets
off.
off, leaving you there, she informs you that it would be safe to go on foot a little closer, as their sensors, you guys won't set off the sensors until you get closer. However, the exosuit needs to stay. What are you doing with the said exosuit? Are you just leaving it in the middle of the desert?
I'm gonna leave it behind, but I'm gonna make sure that it's so if anything attacks it, it'll fall back. And if I need to collect it, it's up to me.
Wasn't the plan to send them a bit ahead to cut the sensors?
Yeah, she just said that the exosuit would send it off at this distance. You guys can all get a little closer before they head out.
Oh, okay.
I pull out my stealth drone and ask her if they'll detect it. Are they gonna detect the stealth drone?
It's a stealth drone.
Gotta send it out. View.
Alright, send the stealth drone out.
Do you think you're good at using the drone?
Don't worry, I've had plenty practice with it. I think.
Alright.
Alright.
And you guys continue.
Alright,
Leaving
let's
it.
go.
The drone is patrolling in front of you, I assume. It is a stealth drone, so.
Let's patrol.
Alright, as you head towards the location. Now that you're on foot and heading in, I need one more event roll from everyone.
Okay.
Could I affect it with survival?
Yeah, you can continue to use that as long as you have it. Just it's a +1 to your roll.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I should have said that earlier. It's easier just to do it that way.
There we go, 8.
Second roll.
I didn't roll so hot, Chief.
No, you're with a +1. Not this time. Second. Check this. Where is it? 3. Sorry, mathing. Give me a second. Alright. Overall, not bad rolls. It's not a. Once again, as your faithful arbiter. Low rolls, I mean, but that's good. You guys fine. It's still pretty good. Up. Thing. Alright. You near the point. We're going to say it's probably a couple hours. At this point, the sun has come up, the sun has gone down. Your drone has not been detected. Obviously, it's a stealth drone. You guys didn't even detect it when you caught it. As you approach the boundary, the android looks back at Arthur and John. This is where you need to wait.
Do you need the drone to stay with you?
So I need to wait?
I think I will be alright without the drone, she says, and she continues ahead, leaving.
Drone.
continuing to follow Android?
I mean,
Are you worthy to be followed?
I think she is the best way to get there.
Okay. So you continue with her?
Mhm.
Alright, John, Arthur, what are you doing now that you're in the middle of the desert?
Busting out my moisture collector.
Just
Yeah. Wait for them to come back, right?
just going to put my stone and so Arthur. So Arthur still 6 element.
Great. Hold on. 1 second. Alright. The two androids continue off towards, well, the supposed base, leaving the two of you there. As you set up your moisture collector, what else are you doing?
I'm just bring back my me and just with it,
Or you're just sitting in the middle of the desert?
sitting in the middle of the desert showing there's some trees to draw.
Making campfire or anything? No specifics.
No campfire. Just
That's things.
we're just hanging out. Keep an eye out for them coming back or danger.
Okay. We will give you.
John's
Go
got that sound location thing, so I'm gonna rely on him to help me spot stuff.
I'll put it on a ear.
Remember it. It's you have to activate it, and then it will use cells once it's activated. So it's not a continuous thing. I'm going to say you're probably doing it occasionally, setting it up, taking a peek around.
This
All right,
time to time.
give me a perception check with a +2.
That 12, baby, I see all.
Wow,
Nice.
that's disappointing for me. I mean, good job. I love my players. All right. I think how's long is the session now? It's been a little short. My battery is already done again for some reason. So I think if it's all right, we'll do a little short session and end it in a moment. Everyone's
I think it's fine.
Fair.
all right. So as we continue, as the two androids continue towards the facility, you are in heightened alert there, John. Off in the distance, you definitely see something, or something catches your eye. It's only there momentarily, and it quickly disappears. And at first, you think it could just be, well, a mirage or the sand. However, you see a shimmering again, and it quickly disappears. It is definitely also coming towards you. What it is, we're going to wait till next time.
Yahoo, we're gonna die.
Thank you for the game.
You're welcome. Did you guys enjoy it? I mean,
Yep.
the session.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Nice to play with you guys again after a couple of weeks.
Mhm.
Continue to polish things and whatever. We'll see you guys next week.
The next
Alright,
one.
later.
Mhm.
Alright, guys. Take care.
See ya.